Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Model Car Enthusiast Podcast. It's the start of a new year. We got plenty of knuckleheads that have come onto the show that you've seen before, and we've got a new one here, a guest knucklehead, Mr. George Openhime. George, what's going on? If you had seen, I had George on my podcast. Ooh, that's a big one. Look at that. Took up the whole screen. Yeah, we had George on my podcast for an interview. If you haven't checked out his channel, George, what's your channel? And what's your?
It is kitchen table scale models.
That's right, because he builds on his kitchen table. Go figure. And the rest of the guys, you all know them, so I'm not going to introduce them. I don't really care. I'll let them do the work. I'm still recovering. So, Happy New Year, everybody! This is we're excited to get back to this podcasting thing, and we're going to discuss a few things, but the main subject is we're going to pick up on something that we did a couple of episodes ago where we talked about our favorite part of building our model cars, and now we're going to discuss the least favorite part. And the last one, our buddy old Tim from old Throttle Power down there, this was his idea, and he didn't get to come on to the last one. So we're going to let Tim also talk about his favorite. We'll be nice. We've got plenty of time. And among anything else we all want to talk about, there's a lot of things going on that's been popping up with the first of the year. Group builds.
Yeah,
we'll talk about a few of them. But, yeah, so real quick, we'll start with Irv here and go around the clock.
No, I got to start with
let
Tim.
everybody introduce themselves. So hit it, Irv.
My name is Irvin. I'm from the Arterake.
Yay!
Hey.
I'm Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Do you have a channel, Tim?
No.
Is this
No.
Am I going to have to interview everyone here?
I'm Tim from Luka C.
Excellent.
Nothing's
He
changed.
is so off the payroll now. We're going to have a talk, Tim.
I didn't know there was a payroll.
I'll show y'all my
Never
payroll.
mind. And I introduced George already, but George, who
Hi,
are you?
I'm George with Kitchen Table Scale Models Facebook group and YouTube page.
Hi, George.
Hello,
Hi,
George.
guys.
Nice to meet you.
George.
Brian.
I'm Brian from Got Fuels Model Car Garage, and I'm on the YouTubes and the Instagrams and the Got Fuels Model Car Garage, and you can find me Brian Burwell on the book page.
That next guy, the old guy at the bottom. And not
Which
Mark.
one?
This one.
The guy I'm on top of again.
Oh my God. I'm Fred Pappy Henry from West Georgia Rides and Custom. You can find me on the Facebooks of everybody and Instagrams and a lot of wanted posters. So,
I thought I saw it at the post office.
Yep. Hold up your numbers.
Head knucklehead.
Head knucklehead.
All right. Well, I'm Chris from Sprue. You can find me on my YouTube channel, an Instagram page, kicking butt, taking names on Luka Mob Fire Hobby Headquarters Facebook group, and also, well, I think I'm in all of Luka's groups. There's Model Car Hobby Headquarters, there's the First Track. The Porsche, You're the Malibu. How many Facebook pages you got going on again?
Oh, there's all kinds of.
Yeah,
He's a busy man.
put that on me, huh?
I'm Mark, HobbyDo007 on YouTube and Facebook.
There we go. That's everybody. And of course, this is me, Luka C. But you know, I'm Matt. That's all I really am.
Yeah.
And you're on my channel, and I have no need to talk about that. So here we go. So
Hey,
man.
before we get too involved,
let's hear it.
Oh, here we go.
Tim and I. Oh God.
Oh,
Everybody thinks Tim and I are getting married or something, but we're not.
now who put that rumor out?
I have no idea. Tim and
Whoever
I
did that kick his ass.
would be beating each other's ass. Probably. Tim and I, each year, we do a buddy bill for the Acme show, which is coming up 2026. But hey, we're into 2026 right now. So we're about 4 days into it. And as usual, Tim and I, when we do this buddy build, we debut it at the show each year. But before, once the paint dries on the one that we just finished, we usually kind of get together and figure out what we're going to do, for next year's. So this year at Acme, at the Acme show, Tim and I, we brought our 1/12 scale 69 Camaros. We had not just mine and our two, we had 9 1/12 scale Camaros, which was really a big hit with our show. And we took up a whole table with 1/12 scale Camaros, which was really fun. This year, Irv, what are you doing back there? Are you killing a rat or something?
I got an itchy butt.
Oh,
I had to ask.
Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. I got some powder for you. But anyhow, this year, Tim and I, we chose this kit, which, Matt, you know where you at.
kidding.
Ta-da!
We chose the 1/16 scale, go big or go home, 87 Firebird GTA. And this is what we're going to, Tim and I are going to do our buddy build. We're wanting as many people that are possibly coming to the 2026 Acme Southern Nationals in October of this year to get this kit. If you got it in your stash already, kudos to you. Tim, I can't even get this.
Hey, there we go.
I can't even get this on my head.
No.
And I have a big head too. So we got ours. I don't know what direction Tim is going with his. I'm actually interested. Matt knows the direction I'm going with mine. Imagine that.
Of course.
And shocker.
Yeah,
And
absolute shocker.
Totally
yeah.
not.
We're going to go with that. I've got the kit. I've got all my goodies already from a very well-known distributor of 3D parts, and I'm ready to go with it.
Yeah, and just to let anybody who's just listening, of course, if you know Fred, I probably don't even need to mention what the picture was we put up. It was, of course, a GTA, the late 80s GTA. It was, of course, red, and of course had gigantic tires in the back. Go figure. Like, I'm shocked about that. He sent me that picture to put up, and I was like, yeah,
Really?
right.
Shocker.
So,
Yeah.
So because it was
it's
red, I'm
Pappy
going to
Red.
challenge him not to do it Pappy Red.
Yeah, it's Pappy Red.
Oh, that thing will look good red. You have
Go
to
red.
go red.
Go red or go dead.
That's
Man.
But that's our direction. And everybody that, anybody that, again, even if you want to, if you're not even coming to the show next year, post your pictures on the Luka C Facebook group. Post it on your on the Acme website as well, or the Facebook group of what you're doing, and with your intentions, whether if you're coming to the show or not. But the more that we can get up as far as on the tables at the show this year, the more the better. But definitely load them up to the Luka C Facebook group. So let's see your progress and what everybody's going to bring this year. Of course, shock. I'm doing a pro street. I don't know what Tim's going to do tomorrow.
I don't know yet. It's going to be a challenge if I
We probably won't find out till about August. Like we did
About a month before.
Yeah, Tim texted me on I was laying on the beaches in Florida, and Tim was like, "Have you even started on your 55 yet?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It hadn't even went in paint, and we had just a few weeks to do that. But yeah, that's our major announcement. We look forward to seeing what everybody brings to the table this year with mine and Tim's group build. It's not really a group build; it's more of a buddy build between he and I. But we have fun doing this each year. So,
but it ends up being a group build. A lot of people jump in.
Yeah.
So, speaking of buddy builds, group builds, it's something I want to do a little discussion before we get into the main subject. First of all, the big group build that's going on, we're right smack in the middle of it, is the USAC build. And I wanted to spend yesterday, Tim, You're starting to laugh because you saw it all play out in real time.
Oh gosh,
All right, you're gonna like this, Tim,
you're a wreck.
because the resolution. So I thought I would spend yesterday working on my USAC bill because I hadn't touched it. I was gonna get going on a video, and
I haven't even opened the box on mine yet.
and Fred's already done with his, by the way.
Oh.
Just anyway, so I want to get mine started. I was all raring to go. I was sitting at the bench. I cleared it all off. I'm ready to do. I'm looking around, all the usual play. I cannot find my USAC build. I had everything for the thing, the decals, all in a Camaro box. Couldn't find it. Tore my room apart. I'm texting Tim, losing my mind. He's just telling me, "Oh, you're just a mess." Tim, I was losing my mind, wasn't I? I could not find it. Hours, everybody, moving everything, moving stacks of model. I cannot find my USAC build anywhere. About 11 o'clock last night, I finally gave up. I started tinkering around with something else that I'm going to bring up for another group build that's happening I want to talk about. And I was making a video for that, and I'm just like, I couldn't get back into the groove. It just was all lost. And then it dawned on me, and I went, "Oh, you're kidding me." And I went walking back to the living room where I keep this tote for when I go to little build sessions with my pals. And I opened it up. I go, "I bet you it's in there." I opened it up, and there it was. I took it to a build session to kind of clean some things about a month ago. And so 11 o'clock, whole day wasted, a beautiful modeling day gone. Just because old man couldn't remember where he put his kit.
CRS.
I'm here to tell you, I've had the same problem. I lost a hobby knife. I had to order some one night.
Then he found it in his foot.
No, I found it. It was over at my 3D printer.
Yeah.
Under a spatula.
It says a man that couldn't find his razor saw last night to chop a top. So
I've lost the chassis. I think I threw it away. So.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, that's a terrible. I was, but a complete kit. I mean, I just couldn't believe I couldn't find that thing. And so we found it, and I'm gonna play with it today. That's gonna be after we get done with this. That's gonna be today's project, and maybe I'll be a little more mellowed out now. But I do want to talk about a couple of group builds that have started for this year, and one, of course, is my NASCAR group build, the first decade of the downside cars. Oh, my old buddy, Hobby Dude 007 down there, he put out a nice video getting his going. I like what you're doing, Mark. I like the subject you picked. We've been talking about that car for a long time.
Something different.
Oh, man, that's going to be cool. And, of course, I'm doing a tribute build to Bill Coulter, and I'm going to build a model that he did an article on in Fine Scale Modeler back in the 80s. I'm going to follow that article and build it the way he would do it, but with what we have today. So I'm going to put my little swing on it, but I'm going to follow that article and take everything that he put in that article to do on my build. And I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I'm real excited to get that going. But I have this other model that's been, you get these ideas. You ever get these ideas that stick in your head and won't leave you alone? And you think about this model every day, but you got so many other things going on, you kind of like, you have to put it aside, but it's always there pecking at you.
Squirrel!
This crazy! I've been dying to bust this one out. And then all you guys know Jason Klein from KRD
Custom.
Yep, KRD. Klein Racing. What's that stand for?
Klein Racing Designs. Race car design.
Yeah, because he does the real stuff. But anyways, he's got this group build going on. This drag and drive group build, which that model that I'm working on fits perfect in it. And basically, if you guys are familiar with Drag Week from Hot Rod Magazine, these amazing, total freaking race cars, and they make them street legal and take these trips to different racetracks around the the other side of the country, not over here. Nobody comes over here, but on your guys' side. And these are flow-blown race cars, and they're towing the trailer with all the stuff and the slicks and everything. So that's what this build is for. It ends on Christmas, and I think I can, I had this kit in the planning, and I'm going to be putting a video out on that. But it's of the Mustang Persuasion with a gigantic engine, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a build I wanted to do for a long time, and I'm real excited to get that going. And of course, the USAC. I got my USAC back. I found my USAC, and I'm very pleased about that. I'm looking forward to getting that one done. So, yep, there's a whole bunch, and then of course George. I'm gonna let him talk a little about it. He's got a very cool group build, and Tim's got something, but he's gonna announce that. We might not talk about it here. It's up to Tim. But I put you on the spot, Tim, didn't I? Now you got to do it. You see what I did?
That'll come probably in a few days or this coming week.
Oh man, I'm excited. I've been edging him on this one. So I love these group builds. It really gets my ideas going and gets me, I don't know, gets me kind of motivated, I guess. But yeah, so real quick, I'm going to bounce it down to George and let him talk about his cool group build that he's doing that I am definitely going to be bringing something back because it fits right into this. Good. George, talk about it.
Okay, thanks, Matt. I kicked off a group build on December 1st, although I think I announced it maybe a little earlier, of Great Screw Bottom Appreciation Challenge. And I was kind of prompted by a discussion you guys are having on one of the earlier podcasts, and some of the posts I've seen on the different pages, where a lot of builders just don't get the whole concept of craftsman kits,
right?
Screw or curbsides. If it doesn't have an engine in it, they turn up their nose at it.
Yeah. Old promos.
And, I think that's unfortunate. I think because of that, they're missing out the opportunity to build some really nice kits. Not only nice kits, but unusual subjects that if you want a 1966 Oldsmobile Dynamic 88, you're going with a screw bottom. That's your only choice.
Exactly.
That's not going to be repopped anytime soon.
No.
So I decided I was gonna do a little kind of a tribute, if you will. My objective, there's very, very few rules. I kicked it off on December 1st. For no particular reason, I asked that we ended on April 15th, which for those of us on the south side of this border, that's the day we all get screwed. So I figured it's appropriate to have a screw bottom built on that date.
Ouch.
I started out planning on building one, and things kind of got out of hand, and I've actually got 3 in process right now. Not too many rules. Just build a screw bottom, build a craftsman kit, and the neat thing about this is, I happen to be building a couple of vintage kits from 1959 and 1960, but there are kits that are coming out today that trace their history back to screw bottoms. So screw bottoms live, and a lot of the I think the 63 Galaxy that just came out started out as a screw bottom. The 64 Cutlass that's out and about right now, that started out as a screw bottom. So you're not limited to having a pull an old vintage kit down off your stash. You can go out and buy something if you want to. Again, not many rules. Just what I'd like to see is the Facebook pages and the YouTube's channels just absolutely covered between now and April 15th with screw bottoms, and again, the objective is to kind of make people aware that you can do some pretty darn good nice stuff with screw bottoms.
You can.
And don't overlook them just because they've got these big ugly screws in the bottom. So yeah, that's kind of it.
George put a rule in there special for me that we can take one that we've already started and at least finish it. So I'm bringing back my 64 Oldsmobile that I was doing a build on the channel about 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 years ago. I want to finish that. I got the paint for it now and everything. So I'm going to get that one done. And I love the screw bottom kits. I never, I always was searching those out because they're usually 60s cars and they're neat ones and they're ones that never were retooled and you're never going to see them retooled. So, by all means, I am a fan of round 2 models that keep putting those kits out. Like that 68 GTO and the 64. We haven't had a 64 Chevelle since the 60s. And now we have a 64 Chevelle. So keep doing it, round 2. I am a fan and will always support them on that.
Well, full disclosure, that rule wasn't just for you. As I got into this build, turns out that all 3 of the kits that I'm doing, I bought these all either on eBay or at swap meets. All 3 of them have been started to one degree or another. So I had to disassemble a couple, and
George,
I've never done a rebuilder before, and I really rather not. But
George,
they're rolling. I got 3 bodies down in the dehydrator now. I put primer and paint on them yesterday.
You just do not know how to be diplomatic. You couldn't let me believe that you did it for me.
Well, actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think I did it for you first, and then I realized that the kits that I chose had already been started.
Good recovery. Everybody applaud George for his
Good, George. I like that.
Oh man. Yeah, anybody else want to talk about a group build going on that you think
I don't think
I've got mine.
I've got one that I don't think is a group build. It was more of a challenge back in October, and Irv has taken it really quick.
Yeah.
But I asked about everybody doing a channel signature like I did my 40 Ford sedan delivery. And there you go. Irv has jumped on it, but something that is a signature vehicle for your channel or something like that. And I'm doing another one of those, kind of like, same kit that Irv did there. And we both got a couple of other ones as well. But jump in and do a signature vehicle, something for your channel.
I think I've got an idea. I'm squeezing one of those in this year. Is there a time? Did you say? Is there a deadline for that one?
Acme.
Oh, okay, cool. That's right.
Yeah, we'll try to all have them together at Acme.
That would be nice.
End of October, 2026.
There we go.
We will put those on the table beside the Trans Ams.
Yeah, man. Acme always seems to be the conversion, the
conversion point.
The conversion point. Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
And as we speak, we are, I'm an active member of Acme. And I mean, our first meeting is this end of this month. And we are already laying the groundwork. Actually, when the show stops in October each year, our groundwork starts right then as far as for the next show. So we're progressively going to start implementing a lot more, not to be disclosed, things we're going to do for the next year's show. So hope to see everybody there.
Oh yeah, I hope to be there, man. I'm shooting for that because I've got like now 3 builds that I'm focusing on for this year to have there. 4 I hope to have done. And yes, I know I got one more thing to talk about before we get onto the subject. This thing here, it's not dead. I didn't finish it. Sorry, Irv. I probably going to get another booby prize from you, but it just didn't happen. But it is still the focus of it is for this year. I want to have that. I want to have my Bill Coulter build done. I want to have I got an idea for my channel vehicle, and one other one. So there was what are we talking about? There's another one that I wanted to have for Acme this year, but I definitely
USAC.
I definitely want to have the Malibu at Acme this year. It will be at Acme as long as I get a plane ticket to get there. So I will have that done for that, because it's almost done. It's very close to finish. I had a lot of things at the end of this year that basically took me off the bench. I did no model building since October. I haven't been able to do any personal model building. So now I'm at the point that I can do model building, and now the USAC is like what I'm focusing on. So, that's it. I want to bring my USAC build too to Acme. So,
yeah.
So let's 26. Another year of the Malibu. And
he's been busy doing stuff like this.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I'm making those kind of things.
Oh yeah. By the way, this was my what was it we call this, Matt? This was my bonus this year.
Oh, your bonus. Yeah,
this was my bonus.
Yeah, he got his bonus.
Yeah, I got my bonus this year. Felix sent it to me and said, "Get busy."
It was really Felix's doing it. I kind of was, I fought it, but he.
The funny thing about it was when I told Matt, "Man, I got this. I love it, man." But I had to put this in writing. I have to build something cool with it. So, with that being said, my bonus, and I told text Matt as soon as I got this the other day, I was like, I already know what I want to do. I went ahead and purchased the 65 Chevy Nova. Don't hold me to this. I'm going to build it. It's been one of my favorite one-to-one cars growing up. I'm going to build Rick Dobberton's Innovation using my bonus this year. So,
awesome. I can't wait to see that. And that will be something great for me to, show my product off.
Yeah. I hope I can do it justice, but I'm gonna, I got to do the groundwork on the graphics and all that. So it'll be coming up on the channel. So
that's going to be that is such an iconic car in hot rodding, and
I can't understand why none of the Revell picked up on the Matt and Debbie Hay, which Matt's real good friends with them. They own the Thunderbird. They own Dobberton's J2000. I don't know why any of the Revell, which Revell picked up on those two cars. Why didn't they do one of his iconic, great innovation? So,
well, from what I understand, I think it was Matt Hay that told me this. There was a plan when they did the two Pro Streets.
Mm-hmm.
Revell was planning on doing a complete series of all the major Pro Streets. They were talking to Rocky Robertson with his Buick. A lot of the, Troy Trepanier had that.
Sullivan
Impala. I believe they had a lot of other Pro Streets in the works. And at that time, what was it? There was a sale. Someone else bought Monogram Revell, and that whole project got scrapped. They moved on to other things.
Yeah.
So sadly, because I'll tell you that after me going to see those two cars in person, I never realized how well Revell did back in the 80s. Now, but they didn't have what the kit company have today. How well and accurate those two kits are to those two cars. It was so funny when I was looking over them. I'm going, I know that from the kit. I know that part from the kit. I always wondered what that was, and now I know what it is. And so, oh my gosh, it was amazing how the intense detail and accuracy they got when they did that J2000 and that Thunderbird kit. It made me realize, and I would love to see that J2000 come back. It made me realize how well they did back then on that, and how accurate it was. Those kits need to get more recognition than they already were popular, but to realize how well Revell did with those is they definitely Bob Johnson and the guys back then
And with the all the stuff that's come out now as far as the great resin casting that Matt does, 3D printing, that's out
Oh,
there
boy.
from like model car, from MCV products, Iceman, all that. It's the technology and the parts are out there, and
Yeah.
it's up to us now. If they don't produce those kits, we got the kits, we got the parts, so get out there and have fun with them.
Yeah. Well, the hobby is the best it's ever been. It really
Yes,
is.
I agree.
It is. And it's definitely not even close to dying. There's a lot going on.
No.
Can
So,
I plug
we,
my group build? Can I plug my
oh,
group?
yeah. You got the group build. Do it,
Yeah.
bud.
So I'm hosting a live group build that's done during my live streams once a month for the Revell 37 Ford pickup. We actually had a live stream last year, and we narrowed it down to a couple of kits. I put up a poll, and then narrowed it down to 2 kits, and that was the kit chosen. And I know a lot of people don't have my hours, and can't actually be at the bench during my live stream. So work on the kit 3-4 hours a month. Either while you're watching the live stream or if you come in. Hell, Fred just started his.
I
this
opened
past
mine up
Saturday.
last night. Yeah. I mean, I've had so much on the bench this year to try to, number one was, to build for Acme and the whole 9 yards, and then finishing up, I want to finish USAC and all that. But I just opened it up last night and I started clipping parts. And I mean, boy, my creative juices were just going wild.
Yeah.
And
I've primered. I just got mine into primer last night. So, and got issues. Well, I'm having nothing but issues with this kit. It's driving me crazy. And it's not the kit. It's me. It's paint problems. It's when I cut the top, chop the top on it, and the first one I had to put back in the box and pull out another kit and chop the top again. And
Brian, what every Saturday night you have your live stream, and what time does it hit? That's where I always
6 Eastern.
6 Eastern, yeah. Eastern. So that's always like I gotta set an alarm. I'm always like, it's a Saturday at like either 3, depending on the time of year, 3 or 4 for me, and I always miss it because I'm kind of like doing things at that time in the afternoon. I want to get on there more often, but yeah, everybody
it goes for about 4 hours every weekend.
Yes, and it's on your channel.
Yes,
Got Fuels Model Car Garage, and there is, if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description, there's a link to that. So check it out, man. It's been going on for how long? You been doing it? At least 2-3 decades, right?
I've just about every Saturday for, I don't know, good.
Gosh,
3 years.
3 years, almost 3 years.
Yeah, several years.
Yeah.
We have a blast. I mean, we get on there, we build. The only thing that we ask is no drama and no politics. We're in there to build, to have fun.
Well, we talk about questionable life choices, but we try to keep it. We try to keep it model car and car related, 1-to-1 in model cars.
It's just like going to the garage.
Questions. People got paint questions, kit questions. We try to do what we can.
Yeah, it's just like going to the garage, a real garage, and you're sitting around and you're busting on your buddies. I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, but
we're roasting each other. Yeah, you come in, you're gonna
That's
get roasted.
Fun. Yeah, I love that. That's always fun. I need to get in on there. I love doing live streams when I'm at the bench.
We don't want to talk about Fred's bill that he has to pay up at the end of the year.
Which one?
For your language.
Yeah. All right. So does anybody else got anything to add in? Any group builds? Chris, what's going up in the Great White North? Anything exciting for you people?
Snow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, snow and trying to keep warm.
There you go. Well, as long as you're successful at that. All right. Well, we'll go ahead. Who'd we lose? Who fell off?
George.
What happened to George?
Oh, he's back.
Okay, he's back. Hold on. We'll get it.
He's back.
There we go.
There he is.
All right. So we'll start. We're going to start with Irv. I'll lay this all out. Irv, Tim, George, Brian, Fred, Chris, and Mark, and then maybe me. So, Irv, first of all, anything else you got to talk about, throw in, but what is, when you're building your model cars, is there a part of your builds that you absolutely cannot stand doing? It's like the part you're not happy with. You want to get through that. Do you have a part you dislike?
Yeah, rub and paint out, right? I mean, currently, it's like rub and paint out is always, I dread doing that. But I recently got some of the Dspiae sponge polishing kits
Oh yeah,
to use on my little, with the little Velcro on them. And
I need
this
some.
is a game changer for me. This actually works pretty good. Now I grew up in a body shop, so I don't use any types of wax in my shop. I grew up with a father who, if you brought wax into the body shop, that was like a mortal sin. So we just use polish, different grits of polish. I don't really wax any of my model cars. I only use I use McGuire's, and I use most of the steps that they have 1 through 9 with their glazes and stuff. That's usually what I use because you can repaint around that stuff. If I get polish on my desk that I'm prepping bodies on, I don't have to worry about fish eyes and stuff like that. So I only use polish on all my stuff just because of that. But I hate rubbing out bodies, and I don't know what it is. It seems like the older I get, the more dirt I'm getting in my paint, and it just drives me crazy. But I'm not a big polishing the paint out guy lately. It's just been driving me crazy. But right now, I'd say that's the worst thing I've been dealing with. But these little, I mean, this particular one, I have the Hardell version, but there's, I mean, Amazon's got all kinds of these, but these little polishing things are really, really nice. I'd recommend, and it doesn't matter. I think there's a couple different brands of these out.
Oh yeah.
And then what I do is, on top of my different polishes, I don't contaminate these with, like, if I'm using this on a number 8 grit polish, I keep this sponge with that number 8. I don't use it on any other of the grits of polish. So I keep all my polishing tips separate depending on the grit of the polish. So I don't cross contaminate my sponges with a finer grit polish, because what happens is, if you have that older polish in there with more sanding grit in it, it's not eliminating those scratches from the previous
Stuff from
one.
the previous,
So
yeah.
yeah, so I'm very careful about keeping all that separate. But this polishing, I'm really happy with those. So
Good
if
tip.
anybody's having trouble rubbing stuff out, give them a shot, because they're that's a variable speed, so you can run it slow, so you don't burn the paint. But yeah, it works really well.
Nice. That's an excellent tip. I got to get some of those.
They're pretty cheap. I mean,
sponges.
Yeah, I
I
found
want to
them
say
at
they're like
$7.
$5 to $12 or something like
Yeah,
that for a
I
set.
found them at Hobbytown,
Full set.
USA. They were the Dspiae. They were $5. I won't say $5, but $5 to $7, somewhere in that range. I bought
Yeah,
two
they're pretty
packs.
cheap. They're
Mhm.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Tool to have, man. Tool to have.
Mhm.
All right, Tim. I'm going to tell you what. We're going to let Tim backdate himself, because he didn't get to come on to talk about his favorite part of his model car builds. So we're going to let him do that, because after all, this was his this theme was his idea. So he was very upset that he missed the first one. So we're
And
going to
it's
let
a
him do
shameless
both.
plug to go back and listen to that podcast and what all your guys' favorite stuff was. I think
Oh
it
my
might.
gosh.
Look at how he works this. Look at that.
I'm helping you out, man. Helping you
You're a pro at this, man. That's why you got the subs, man. He's the king.
I
My
can't even.
favorite, I love it, is decaling. Have my whole entire life. I can remember going back. A buddy of mine that was my best friend back in the 80s and 90s we would hook up and stay up all night long and decal our NASCARs, and every single contingency sticker that went on the front fenders, we put on one by one by one by one.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
And I love decaling, always have.
I know who I'm gonna send my decals to.
Yeah,
man.
right.
I got a million. I need to get rid of some decals. I got way too many, but I keep them in binders. They're all organized,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have a model in mind, and I can sit down in front of the TV, grab that subject of binder, set it down, and every decal sheet are in those clear sleeves.
Yeah.
So I can sit there and see what I've got, and it's very relaxing. It's what's it, therapeutic goal or whatever that big word is. It's too big for me.
Therapeutic.
They're therapeutics. Very therapeutic to me to do that. I love decaling. I love it. I've never had an issue with decaling. I very seldom even use the solvents, the solvent sets and all that. I will sometimes maybe on a hard curve or if it's going into a panel line or something like that. But even if it's going into a panel line, I won't use it because once that decal dries, I'll just cut it right there where the panel line is.
And then
I love decaling. Just love it.
Yeah.
That's the favorite. And then the shameless plug, go back and listen to what these guys' favorite. Brian's thinking, no, I hate decaling. I know that.
You like decaling. You should get an alpha kit. You should get an alpha kit and do some of the carbon fiber. Yeah.
Right. I haven't even started. Brian and I are building alpha kits, which if y'all don't know what I know y'all do. I know y'all know it, but a lot of the folks that's listening in right now, an alpha kit is a 100% resin kit. I mean, everything in it is resin casted, and it is a phenomenal build.
God, beautiful
Once
kit.
you finish it, it turns out really well. But they're decals, and they are just decal laden. They have carbon fiber. They have stripes, and y'all know I hate laying stripes on a car. I'd just soon throw the decals away and do my own darn stripes, paint them on. So, but Brian and I'm building it's an Alpha Models Ferrari 488 Pista. I have to say that properly. Pista, or Enzo Ferrari will come haunt me. But I've got that. I'm working on it as we speak. Brian sent me some decal solution exclusively just for these decals that I'm going to use.
Just what I was told what to use.
Yeah.
What's this? What is this juice?
The UMP stuff. The UMP stuff.
It's UMP. Yeah.
Especially the
That's good to
strong.
know.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to make my own, and I came up with a concoction that worked real well, but it was there was some parts that was just a little too hot for, and some stuff it worked freaking great.
Yeah.
But
I always fail when I try to make my own concoctions, from Sprue goo to setting solution or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always ending up having to replace the back wall of my garage every time. So
yeah, well, I saw your video on the Sprue glue, and you were nowhere near thick enough. Nowhere near thick enough.
I found a new way to go, and I'm staying away from the Sprue. But yeah, chemicals and me, we don't get along well. So I play it safe. I don't want to rebuild my house again. So
well, Tim, we know you are a decal installer. What do you not like? What is not your favorite part of the build?
Bare metal foiling.
I'll send you my decals. You send me the BMS.
I knew that was coming. Tim and I had this conversation at Acme when we were talking about our 112 scale Camaros. I knew that was the answer. So.
Irvin, I eliminated your step of rubbing things out by not doing pretty paint jobs anymore. I don't know how many times when I would get a nice paint job laid down and it's good to go, and now I go to bare metal foil it, and I'm taking my time, brand new number 11 X-Acto blade, whole 9 yards, doing what you're supposed to do. And that blade goes about an inch into the roof or trunk lid.
Oh, God.
Yes.
There goes that nice paint job I worked on. It's like, so it goes into the box, and I'm done with that project. I
That
just,
can be discouraging.
it's happened too many times. I don't know if that's the reason I started weathering cars or not, but you still have to bare metal foil some weathered cars, but it's not as bad if your blade slips on a weathered car. I can
No.
blend that
And-
slice into something versus a nice shiny paint job.
In some areas that might help with that, Tim, is a Q-tip, taping a Q-tip to the side of your blade, because that gives you that
Wow.
distance that you
That's a
need
great
to
idea.
follow a
Wow.
window trim. You know, you
Also,
tape it
I
past
don't.
the blade. You tape it past the blade, and you got that distance to work. Works great with fender wells, with around the windows. It's almost and you can kind of adjust it to get it where you want it. You know, if you need it a little deeper, put the toothpick down a little further past the blade, or bring it back, because you know the toothpick is
Nice
curved.
one.
I'll have to
That's
keep
nice.
that in mind.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
can't
I know.
use those blades. I got to use. This is a number 16.
Oh,
So do
yeah.
you just use it like that, or do you put that in the handle?
I put it in the handle. I'm just showing you
Okay.
the actual shape of the blade.
Oh,
This is a
yeah.
number
Yeah.
16.
I've got
Yeah.
that on my little Luka.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't.
that is a
I don't
great
use those.
idea.
Is that 11s? The pointy ones are 11s, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think they're.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's a number on here.
I
I
also
like the
u- I
beveled edge
also
like
use
this. This I have better control. I can't cut with those other
There's
ones.
not a number on it, but yeah, you can control that pretty well.
I might have
Yeah.
to try
Oh,
that.
that's
I
I
agree,
also
Herb.
interesting. I have to try that. Yeah, I could see because you're cutting. You're still, doing the angle that you always do as far as holding it, but it puts the blade at a different angle, kind of lays it down a little better, so it's probably a little easier to control.
Yeah.
They're
That makes
harder to
sense.
find than the 11s. Everybody has the 11s.
Yeah.
I get them
Yeah.
on Amazon. You can get them pretty cheap.
That's where I get them too. Yeah. Amazon.
Oh,
George, you
Yeah.
got them also?
I found this was a game changer for bare metal foil. It's a surgical scalpel.
I was fixing to say, I thought that was a surgical scalpel.
that's what I was
And,
fixing to say. I buy the disposable scalpels.
This was
They're
this was a game changer, and
they're sharper.
tip of the hat to
Mm-hmm.
our dearly departed friend Don Yost
Hmm.
for turning me on to this.
Wow.
Yeah.
oh, that's a good
Made a
one.
world of difference.
I
in
was going to
applying
bring up
bare
the
metal
same
foil.
thing.
It's the weight of the scalpel is enough to cut through the foil, so
That
you don't have to concentrate on cutting. You can concentrate
pressure.
on following your line.
Yeah.
And then the other tip I got from Don Yost, which I've kind of taken maybe a little bit further than he intended, is where I know I'm going to bare metal foil a piece of trim, before I even, as part of my prep, when I'm scribing panel lines, I scribe a little line on each side of the trim, and I've been using one of these little Tamiya
Oh yeah, scribing too.
Oh, those things are
0.1
amazing.
millimeter
Mhm.
scribing tool.
Yeah.
So you scribe
And
around the window
these
frame.
things are sharp enough that if you're really gentle, you can get a nice line started and eventually start digging in.
Yeah.
And since I've been doing these two things,
You don't come out of
it's
the
taken my bare
trap.
metal foil to another level. I mean, it's something I used to hate, and I now really enjoy doing.
Wow.
What was that again? What was the name of that thing? The scribe? The name of the scribe that you have.
Tamiya sells them. They're you get a handle, and then they sell the scriber tool itself. They got like 5 or 6 different sizes, going down to 0.1 millimeter. And
Do those all come in
the
the
way
same?
up to 0.1 to like 0.5. I rarely use the big ones, but I did get a set of full of them. They're not cheap. I mean, the set of the scribing blades are probably $10 or $12 each, and the handles, a couple bucks. But this is a great tool, not only for doing the bare metal foil scribing, but I really like it for doing panel lines. It really, it really works great for deepening panel lines, almost to the point, depending on what color you're using, you don't need to use any panel liner. You'll get enough if you get enough depth. It shows the panel line enough without looking. Sometimes I think panel liner looks a little fake, and this gives you a nice panel line without getting that look.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah, I
George.
follow what you're saying.
And
You know,
having that, digging that, I say digging it, but that's what it's doing. It's gouging a one or whatever size. What's the smallest one? 1 millimeter.
0.1.
0.1.
0.1.
It's giving you a kind of a deeper guide for that point to stay in the track and not wander off onto that
Yeah,
freshly painted.
That's what I'm
by
wondering. Are
doing
you
it
doing
before
that
I
before
paint.
paint prep, George? Are you doing that before paint prep?
What's that, Brian?
Are you doing that before paint prep? Before
I do that before paint prep. That's part of my, when I'm, taking off
right?
molding lines, and one of the advantages of doing it there is that if I do screw up and put a gouge across the body, I can deal with it right away before I put any primer or paint on it.
hey, George.
Yeah.
Do those come in a set?
I think I bought them individually. I haven't seen them.
Okay.
No, I had to buy each one individually.
Okay.
I think I got it from
I
either
didn't know
Hobby
you,
Link or Model Roundup, one of those guys.
because I've seen them in set like what all the different sizes. Andy has them at his store that it would be you'd have to buy a little box of them, and they're quite expensive. It probably would be nice to just if you could individually.
They're not cheap, but I got to
No,
tell you,
they're not cheap.
they're worth it. I was just
Yeah.
looking in my toolbox to see if I could find them, but you don't want to look at my back.
No,
Well, maybe you do, but
not me. I don't fly in that direction.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty
yeah.
then.
Lord.
But yeah, there was this one time back during the 48-hour build, I was doing my Mercury, and Tim and I were on the phone together talking while we were at the bench. And I go, okay, I'm doing bare metal foil. He's going, I can't stand bare metal foil. This is going to take you forever. You're not going to get done. Because it was like the last hour, wasn't it, Tim? It was like the last hour. I go, oh, no, bare metal foil is nothing for me. And I'm doing, and I go, and I'm sending him pictures like, look, see, I'm done. He goes, how the heck you get it done like that? It's just, I love doing bare metal foil. So I just got, I got it down. So it was funny, man. He was like, there's no way you're going to get that done. Oh, yeah? It was done.
Yeah.
Just about 20 minutes. Was it beautiful? Yeah. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I guess.
Mm-hmm. If it looks good on your shelf, it looks good on your shelf.
That's right. Yeah. That's exactly it.
We're our worst critics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are.
That's what Tim hates.
Yeah. Well, Tim,
right,
we know that you hate. We know that you cannot stand bare metal foil. George, what is your least favorite part of the bill?
I'm kind of the anti-Tim. I think anybody who likes decals is in serious need of mental health evaluation. For some reason, it hasn't always been that way. I did Matt and I talked about this. I had a period back in the 90s where I was cranking out NASCAR builds at a mighty rate. And probably did about 25 NASCAR builds over about a 4-year period, to the point where I just got totally burned out on it. But the decals didn't bother me then. But for some reason, since I started up again about a few years back, I get that the anxiety starts as I start thinking about putting decals on, and I think what kind of drives it is, I think it's the only step in building that if you screw up, you got to start all over. And I've had 2 builds like that have gone that way. I did the Shirley Johan AMX kit, and I've had that thing in my stash since like forever. And those are aftermarket decals, and I got the decals on. They went down okay. Everything looked good. And then I hit it with Tamiya, I think it was a TS13 clear, and the decals exploded.
Yep.
And
too hot.
So I stripped it and ordered another set of decals and redid it. If you screw up putting the decals on, you're screwing up a paint job.
Yeah.
And I don't need any help with that. I can do that on my own. I don't. So but the thought of putting decals on, and the last build I finished was the Tamiya Alpine A110 rally car, and even on that, the decals, they didn't really fight me. I just didn't like doing it, and I think part of it, I used to use the old Walther Salva set.
Yeah.
And I can't find that anymore.
Yeah, you can.
And none of the other decal stuff I found really, the closest I found is the Microsol Microset, but even that just doesn't seem to work as well as the old Salva set used to. They used to really get the decals laying down, conforming to curves, and without a lot of work. I just don't like decals.
Not a decal fan.
Not a decal guy.
Brian, you said that Walters, you still can get it?
Yeah, because when I was starting my carbon fiber experience on my Alpha kit, Fat Man told me that that's what all he uses.
Alabama.
And yeah, Fat Man from Alabama, and I was able to find it. I Googled it. I think it actually comes up on Amazon too. But I Googled it and was able to find it.
You probably find it over at what is that, Titchy Train Shop, whatever they call it.
Walthers.com.
Yeah, I think I found it off Walthers.com, and I think Amazon had it.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff is a lot of train guys that use Walthers products. So
Yeah.
Well, it'll definitely suck it down into the paint.
Okay, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
I didn't drill down far enough. I just looked on a couple of the like Hobby Link and Model Roundup and a couple of the websites. I should have done what I tell everybody to do when they put questions on Facebook, and that's Google it.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
my own
Well,
advice.
there you can get a hold of that, so you get yourself ready for the
Next decaling.
Luka NASCAR group build.
It came yesterday.
There you go.
That's a cool
I
car.
reckon
And
I'm
I've got,
at
well,
some
I've
point
already
in time.
built this car. I bought this kit when I was doing my back during my days at Thunder. The one car I didn't build that I always wanted to do a number 2 Rusty Wallace Miller Genuine draft car.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
I got decals from somebody, Power Slide decals.
Oh,
for
excellent
Russell's
decals.
car. And I bought this. I picked this up on eBay for I don't know $10, which is
Nice.
kind of a kick in the butt because I can't tell you how many of these things I put on the raffle table at mama meetings when I was trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, you never know when something's going to come back for you.
So you, Matt talked me into doing the NASCAR build. So I'm gonna do one more for the road.
Yay!
Yeah, I got to do a NASCAR at least one a year. So I just got to figure out what I'm going to do.
Pro Street NASCAR?
I can't get him to Pro Street a Lambo. You ain't gonna get him to do that.
Oh, man.
Tim's gonna make one into a pulling tractor.
No, I'll just rub that decal off the top of the roof, won't I, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A week
Tim,
before,
you
a week
should.
before a show on a live stream.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tim, you should do a wreck sitting out in the back of the shop for 10 years. A weathered cup car sitting there.
Tim, I've got the perfect dio for it. Tim loves building these little vignettes.
Mhm.
You need to take a page out of Dale Jr.'s backyard because that's where all old NASCARs go to die. There you go, buddy. You're welcome.
Yeah.
There you go.
Isn't it amazing how just talking today, we're all going to get off here and go order all this stuff that we've just been talking about that you would think this group of guys would already have, but we've all discovered things that no matter how far you are into building or how many years you've been doing it, there's always something new out there that, I never even thought about that. So that's
true.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
that's the point of these podcasts, and then we spread the disease to everybody else.
That's right. We're just We're just helping, what is it you say, Matt? That's why building is fun. We do it because it's fun.
Absolutely. It's fun.
We help each other out.
And definitely everybody who's listening, go out there, tell your friends, listen to this show. You're going to get inspired and you're going to learn some cool model car stuff here.
So true. So true.
All right, Pappy, what is your least favorite?
Oh my gosh. Man, opening a box now. which I did last night. Actually, my least favorite, which I have to kind of think back on, which I do not like. I don't like doing decals, but if they're done right, correctly, I don't. We're on the on the decal subject.
Yeah,
I don't like doing decals, but if they're done correctly, I don't. I put mine on after I clear. I don't clear over my decals. So, but that eliminates all that. So I kind of enjoy doing that. But my least favorite is when I'm doing an interior, and it really depends on the build. I hate flocking. I despise flocking.
Really?
I mean, do I do it? Yes, I do it in about 95% of my builds. And I'm gonna don't look too closely at come March at my USAC build because I didn't flock it. And if y'all come to Hope It Don't Snow, don't look inside because it's going to be at the Hope It Don't Snow show in January. I didn't flock it.
Well, that's surprising.
Why? Because it just sometimes I feel, George, I feel you, brother. I got all kind of flocking. I've got flocking out I could flock I'm tired of I'm flocking.
You could flock your whole house.
Yeah. But that is the least favorite part of my build. And I base it on if I'm going to, if it's got a big window, passenger window, or you can see down in the floorboard, I will do it. Or if it's a convertible, I will do it. Now, the build that Tim and I are going to start on, which is pretty soon, the 87 Pro Street Trans Am, it's got T-tops. It's got a big ass window in the back. Guess what? It's going to be flocked. So
flocking A.
But yeah, I that's the least favorite part of mine.
I got a flocking question. So when you're flocking, what do each of you guys might have to throw in on something on this? Your best technique, like I've had a problem with flocking. I haven't done it a lot because I kind of, I've messed up in the past, and I do want to do some in some upcoming models I'm working on. The best adhesive, I've used the white glue thing. I've also done where you just lay some fresh paint before it dries, flock it down. Now I always sift it through a little strainer.
Through a strainer.
I'll do that. Yep. But where my problem is it just doesn't seem, I don't get the, I don't know. I don't get the
adhesion. Yeah. For me, what works for me, and I've done the Tamiya paint, I've done the white glue. For me, I have to use enamels. I have to use testers or MCW. I have to brush paint it. I have to brush paint it, and do it in sections. Don't do the whole thing. Do like half the floorboard, flock it, the other half. For me, it's I have to use enamels. Fred does it to me, and I've tried.
Yeah.
I don't get the adhesion.
Well, I gob it on. I put it on pretty thick with a brush. Then I will, of course, run it through my sieve. If I'm painting it black, I'm going to use a black. I mean, if I'm doing black flocking, I'm going to do a black, black paint. If I'm doing a brown, I'm going to do a brown. I follow that. I put it on thick. And I know, I feel Matt, I hear what Matt's talking about as far as once you put it on. I take an old wide, small, wore out paintbrush. It's probably about 1 inch wide, long bristles, and I will push it down into the paint. I mean, even though I'm using a sifter, I'm putting a pretty good liberal amount in there. Then once I press it down in there, then I walk away. I'll let it set up for an hour or two. I'll get me a paper plate, and I'll dump it over, tap it a couple of times with a brush, paintbrush, with the end of the paintbrush, and then I look at it and go, okay, well, it's either I did great or, oh God, it looks like Fido's ass. So I just, you know,
I did find on my Shelby build I just recently done that because the interior was so exposed that after the glue dried or the paint, whatever you're using, I had to go back with a paintbrush and very lightly wipe over it just to get rid of some of the boogers in it because it was kind of clobby, and it helped smooth it out. But that was the first time I'd done an exposed, interior like that where you could.
But I would like to also add that it looked great enough that he won top 12 at Acme this year with it. So
thank you.
Congratulations.
Done something right.
Proof is in the pudding, huh? As they say.
Proof's in the pudding.
Proof's in the pudding.
I had just about given up on flocking because I just was never happy with the results I was getting.
Yeah, me either, George. I'm same way.
And I
yours look great.
I just kind of kept at it, and as I thought through it, my problem was getting a nice, consistent, smooth
layer
surface that looked
like
carpet and not like Fido's
ass. Like Fido's ass carpet. Yeah.
And I kind of thought I tried all the different the different white glues, and I tried paint. I tried to and nothing really gave me that look that nice smooth look, and I really wanted to give it one more shot. And I think one of my recent builds, I think it was the 60 Skyliner, whatever that I did. I wanted to flock the back package shelf, and it's a big window, so it was pretty visible. But what I did is I just hit it with a real heavy wet coat out of the airbrush. So,
after you flocked it?
No, before I flocked it.
Oh, before, okay.
I hit it with a really heavy wet coat, and then sifted the flocking powder down on it, and just put a little pressure on it, and I just let it sit overnight. And then the next day, I locked off the loose stuff, and it looked really good. Yeah. That's the method I've been using. The key was using an airbrush to lay down whatever the adhesive medium I was using, which in my case I like using a matching paint color.
Yeah.
And it's I've done probably 3 or 4 builds using that technique so far, and each one has come out looking pretty good.
Nice.
I have an alternative for flocking you can use.
Well, I stopped using flocking about 12, 15 years ago. I've switched to embossing powder. And I found embossing powder works really, really well. It's available in other colors, and I put a color coat down that corresponds with it, of course, like we were speaking of. And I find the embossing powder, for my purpose anyway, I like it better.
And I do too. I switched. I got rid of all my flocking. The embossing powders, it's not as picky as the flocking. Now, if I was building the large scale kits like you guys are building, I think the flocking looks more in scale. But for 1/25th, I think the embossing powder
large
looks
scale. Yeah, I can see that.
I would still do flocking in a larger scale car because I think it would look more real. But I think the flocking looks more in scale, and you can paint it. Like you can paint it when you're done. You can change colors.
Yeah, you can go over it with color too.
So I got rid of
I've only been able to find that in black though. I haven't been able to find it in color.
Yeah, I have it in black.
Well, that's the only way I've been able to find
embossing powder, I have it in black, gray, maroon, and then a brighter red as well. But I got all of that at I think it was Michael's.
Michael.
I got red.
Yeah, there you go.
I got it on Amazon.
Yeah,
on Amazon.
I picked up a box of about a dozen colors
find it
on
Amazon.
Blue.
If it's paintable, I'm going to get some gray or white.
Yeah, it's paintable. That's another reason I liked it.
I'm going to try that because I got a project I'm working on has a fastback with a really big back window, and you can see the carpeting. And I've got this very odd color that I'm using. That if I could have a flocking, or I guess it would be embossing powder. If it's paintable, I would like to just lay down, the carpet.
Get you a good flat finish, and Yeah, just
Yeah.
brush right over. Yeah.
Yeah, because that would work out really good because then it'll match everything perfect if I use the paint that I'm using.
But if you're flocking and you're successful with it, I mean, you know what I mean. Why reinvent the wheel if you're happy with your process?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Oh
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're happy with what you're doing, keep at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have
I
some
wouldn't
embossing
change just
powder. I want to
because.
give it a try with
That's a
using,
cool thing is we
this
all
new
have our own
technique.
little niche.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, with what what Irvin just said, you know, we find what's comfortable for us. I mean, like with me with flocking, I'm trying different techniques each time I do this to try to perfect each time I
Oh
do
yeah.
it. But once I find something that I feel comfortable with, I'll continue doing that till the day I die. But you know, but I still haven't yet figured it out on that. I
Yeah.
will eventually,
But a good point to make is, you know, we're all discussing what our least favorite to do is. Like if you keep going forward with it and trying it out, maybe you'll eventually find where you don't hate it so much because you'll finally figure out how to, you know, bare metal foil
exactly.
Yeah.
for some people.
Matt, I just sent you a picture of one of the last flocking jobs I did.
Oh, okay. I'll go get that. And while I'm doing that, Brian, you want to go over what you hate?
A quick alternative for flocking is felt. You can
True.
get this sticky
Yes.
back. It's not bad. You can make a template out of tape. Irv, trash in your paint, big help. Keep a spray bottle.
Spray bottle.
Spray your room down. Spray your.
Oh, I do. I
Booth
spray
down.
it.
Yeah.
I also line it with the blue cloth, the paper towels. I make it wet. I do everything, but it seems like the older I get, I just, you know, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm picking up something from somewhere.
Are you
but,
filtering? Yeah, filtering your paint.
Oh yeah, a new filter.
Yeah.
I clean my booth. I use water all the time in it.
Right.
I'm just for some reason getting. I'll use lint-free clothing or cloths. The one thing I did add on my gun is I just put a light on my gun. I can't see. I got like 30 lights in here. In my booth, I have 2 lights in my booth, and I can't see in there. I just added an LED light to my spray gun, so I can see better in my booth.
It's actually on your gun. You put a light on your gun.
I just took a running light from like a little headlight that's it's not battery, it's you know, you recharge it, and I just I strap it on my gun so I have a light as I'm spraying in my booth so I can see. I just can't see sometimes in my paint booth. My eyes are getting.
I might have to try that because my depth perception is a little odd.
Yeah, that's the way, you know. So I've been putting, you know, I've been putting a little light on my LED light,
put
and you
that
can get
on
them
and-
cheap.
But
Yeah, you can get them cheap. But I
Yeah.
like it on the gun because it's down where you're
right,
spraying
yeah, it's
at.
right there where you're spraying.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see
Because
your
the
uneven-
headlight doesn't work for me. I need to be. I'm getting too many shadows down at the bottom,
Yeah.
and I
No, I
don't
see what
notice
you're
that
talking
until I
about.
bring my car out and I'm already done, and I see spots that I need to go back. It'd be nice to have that, you know. So I've been strapping a little light on mine, and that seems to work really well.
I might have to check into that, something like that.
Here's George's flocking
That's a good
job.
idea.
Yeah, that
Oh,
looks
wow.
good.
That looks
That
good.
looks good. That looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm really tickled with the way it came out, and I want to try this technique with embossing powder. I've got a bunch of embossing powder, and I do. This does look a little too much of a coarse texture for me to scale. I'd rather see it a little finer texture.
Yeah.
So I want to try but I'm really happy with the consistency of just. And again, when I say I hit it with a wet coat, I mean I hit it with a wet coat. This might be a good application for Rust-Oleum.
Yeah, really. That's when you don't want it to dry.
You
Yeah, we
put it
finally
on
found a
with
use
fire
for
hose, let it
Rust-Oleum.
take 4 months to dry, but boy, that flocking looked good.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
All
my
right, John.
least favorite, I'm going to kind of go off of something Irv said too, but my absolute least favorite is just parts cleanup. Just cleaning all the mold lines, you know, it's tedious, it's time consuming, but in the end, it makes a great product if you're willing to put in the time and effort to clean every tiny little part. Um, uh, I've had to get with Fred a couple times on some of like the plastic molded springs. How are you getting inside the spring and a file? The triangle shaped file. That and when Irv talked about polishing, I don't dislike it, but it's butt crunching because
Time
you
consuming
spend
and
all this time in paint prep. You spent all this time in getting the body perfect. Put your paint down, put your clear coat over it, and one mistake, and you're screwed. If you have to go back and do a little bit of sanding on the paint, you can hit it with paint covered up. But if you go through after clear coat, it's most of the time it can be a do-over depending on where it's at.
yeah.
And if you use a 2K, you just trash the body, because I've gone through trying to strip it and it ain't no fun. It took me weeks of brake fluid and alcohol and everything trying to get 2K to strip, and I had no luck. I finally just had sand like hell and repaint, and it didn't turn out well at all. wasn't one of my most favorite paint jobs for sure. But yeah, just to clean up the part, just like little parts on the 32 or like the 37 Ford pickup, the small thin parts that you have to clean, the mold lines, the suspension, that T-rod I just built, those little headlights or lights, turn signals that go on the side of the body up underneath the window frames. They're also tail lights on them. Those are just a pain to clean up, but once you invest the time and the effort, it's well worth it. It's well worth it.
Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. That's that basics of model building that really make the difference.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference. It really
I gotta
does.
chime in again.
Do it.
Ryan, probably maybe tied for my favorite part of model building, and you're gonna think, oh my gosh, that Tim is freaking weird, flocking weird, clipping parts and sanding mold lines.
Oh my God.
I
You
love
love
it.
it?
I love it.
I got about
Ah.
300 kits. I'll go ahead and send you, and you can pre-do everything for me.
I like it too.
I've got about 300 kits that say the word started on it. And the reason why is because I will open up a kit and just start clipping parts and sanding mold lines. And then when
Yep.
that's done, I'll put the kit away, get another kit
That-
out. Yeah.
That's what I
it's the
say.
tiny stuff that you're holding, and you're trying, and your finger starts cramping, and you start
Yeah,
getting your
yeah.
farm
Oh.
holding and trying.
The
Yeah,
cramp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, I save, like when I go to my little build sessions with
Yep.
my buddies, or whenever there's doing a live stream or something like that, when we're all building and BS, and that is when I do most of my cleanup and seam line scraping and all that stuff, man, because I save that work. I've got tons of models that are like what Tim says, they're prepped and ready to rock when I'm ready to actually start building them. Because that to me, that's the best time to do it, because I'm talking to my friends and not thinking about it. And yeah, that can be tedious and boring.
yeah.
But
It's very boring.
Years at work on like our when we have break time, instead of going out and doing whatever, I'll bring a bag of parts that need sanded, and I'll sit there and just sand mold lines on my break.
Wait a
Been
second.
for years.
Well,
Wait a second. You talk about you retired.
I'm retired now, but I
You're
did that when
retired now. Now, how you getting that done? Now, you don't have breaks at work.
I
Like-
can see
like
Chris
people
and I
that-
doing that while we're at work,
bosses
holding
can't
on to the
sit
steering
down.
wheel with a sanding stick.
Chris does do that. He also texts me while he's doing it on the road. Oh,
And notoriously, I do not build in the summertime, but I will sand mold lines all summer long.
yeah, there you go.
And man, I can knock out some models in the wintertime because all the prep work's done.
Everything's prepped.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
love it. I love it. What's
Got
that
a
word,
huge
Fred?
ship
Thera
coming up.
what?
Therapeutic.
They're very therapeutic.
All
Word
together.
of the day.
A word of the day is
2 words a day. Flocking therapeutic.
Flocking therapeutically.
Why do I always want to say
Incorrect.
therapeutic?
I think that's the name of this podcast. I'm writing that down.
We've got a new YouTube content creator now that is doing a Friday night hangout each Friday night. And for the life of me, I can't think of the guy's name.
No, way to go.
I know. Can't take me nowhere. I'll do research.
Cut this out, not.
No, someone may chime in down below on who it is.
Yeah, somebody can chime in.
Can't cut that in.
Somebody put it in the comments.
Hold on. I got it.
Fred had a senior moment, everyone.
That's right. Believe it or not.
I YouTube that one word.
Hold on. I got to find YouTube of you. I got to turn it down so we don't get no copyright strikes.
He's a great guy. He'll give you the shirt off his back.
He come down to the Acme show this year, and we got to hang out a little bit more. I don't know. I'll find it one of these days.
I think he said he had to drive like 15 hours to that show or something. He had a long drive.
Yeah, they come down. He and his wife and
Maybe 12.
Another YouTube content creator, Dean Durham, and his wife. They come down. Oh Jesus! I swear, I can't find.
Oh, so unprofessional.
Oh no. There goes my bonus for the year.
Yeah.
I'll research it. Oh,
no more resin for you.
No more parts, Mark.
Who's this guy right here? All my bills from 2025. Power Throttle.
No, don't waste your time.
Oh, you ain't gonna watch Fred.
It's just a bunch of tractors.
I found him. I know.
Pulling tractors.
I was like, dang, Tim's killing it with them pulling tractors, which are.
I left out the 55 Chevy in that video. I didn't include it.
Oh my God.
Yes, I haven't. You know, he told me that, so I haven't even watched that video because you left the 55 out. So
yeah. I left my Moonlight truck out too.
Okay.
You used to be my hero. But it's done. It's over with. You screwed up. No 55 in that video. I'm done with you.
I finally, while we were busting Tim up there, I found it. Each Friday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, live stream with Ken at Model Building and Retirement Channel. Friday nights at 7. Y'all join in. I watched a little bit of it the other night, and I was like, wow, that is great. And next thing I know, Vicky got my direction going somewhere else. But, jump by there.
Was they having a group like I do, or was it just him?
Yeah. He had a couple, he had somebody on there with him. But just strictly modeling, but he's kind of taken over where
I saw that one. Okay,
yeah, and
right on.
But yeah, y'all stop by there. Shameless plug for his channel, but
there we go.
Support all of our content creators on YouTube.
Yeah. What was the name of that channel again, Fred?
Ken's
Model Building in Retirement.
He can't remember.
I can't even
Ken's
remember.
Model Building in
Retirement.
Yeah, Ken's Model Building in Retirement.
Boy, he's getting a lot of plug. Ken's Model Building in Retirement.
Yep.
When are you going to retire, Fred?
Well, if Vicky decides we're going to buy a house in the next couple of months, probably never.
Ching. He chained himself to that job.
Sounds like it might be too late already.
Yeah, that screw's been loose for a few years, but
yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, gosh, I can get up every morning. I go to work. I hang out with some guys. I don't really have to work. I just hang out, drink a lot of coffee, stir up the pot, and then I go home.
All right.
And then that's why you go to the bathroom and trip over scaffolding and break your face open.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me about that.
Yeah, well,
that hurt. Ooh,
we had to take a sledgehammer to a curb for Mark. We're going to have to take a sawzall to a scaffolding for Fred.
Yeah.
I remembered to step over the the fixture, but I forgot to duck a little bit.
Yeah. Bam.
Then there's these guys over there on the tarmac sitting over there in one of the trucks just laughing their ass off.
He remembered he had big feet, but forgot he had a big head.
Yeah. I mean, I went ass over tea kettle too. Boy.
Oh man, I would have paid money to see that.
I can kind of relate.
I'm sure there's probably a video out there on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, pulling a Mark Batson there.
Yeah.
Speaking about Mark Batson,
speaking of our good friend Bobby
007, it's your turn, sir. What is it that you dislike about your model build? What do you hate doing?
Oh, there is absolutely nothing that I don't like. No,
I knew that was going to be his answer.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I've got to go with Brian. I love opening a new kit. I love looking at the parts. I don't mind snipping them off, but man, between mold lines and injection pin marks, I just and I spend so much time doing it.
Yeah.
Even on some of the 3D printed stuff, there's little bitty stuff here and there that you got to do. And as I've gotten older, I don't remember it being as big a problem as it years ago. Now it just kind of irks me. But the results, like you said, Brian, once you get it all done, everything prepped, painted, it's worth the work. But I got to where I just don't like cleaning up mold lines. And even in a brand new kit, you still got a little bit of mold lines and those injection pin marks, especially if they're going to be in an area that's going to be seen. Filling those in, sanding them down, doing all that stuff. That's just, and again, maybe it's just lazy. Sorry, Tim, but yeah, it's just me lazy, but I just don't like doing it. Excuse me. I just don't like doing it anymore.
To go back,
the end result again is worth it, but that's I guess my big thing that I don't like anymore.
I miss the days when we were little kids. Open that thing up and it's done that night or the next morning.
Yeah.
No, I miss those days too, but it don't look good.
The stuff off the sprue. Forget how it's gonna look.
Yeah.
No, you just leave everything on the sprue and you go hit it with some Rust-Oleum and you take it off.
And it's not coming apart because you had to use the whole tube of glue.
Yep.
Exactly.
The good testers.
I think back then that might have been a rule. You had to use one tube per car, or plane, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Then Dad was going.
Now that's my big thing is just the cleanup.
Yeah. Then Dad would be going, "Where are you going with that 22, boy?" I said, "Going in here and shoot this car."
Exactly.
I'm gonna take all my army men out and I'm gonna set it up around it and sit there and go.
That's something I never done. I never had the heart. I used to watch my best friend that got me in the bottle building at the time, and he'd take the hairspray to him. And crash them together, and I'm like,
that firecrackers and cherry bombs, and
I can't do that.
I never could do that either.
I didn't do it.
We did that with boats. We built a boat in one day and then take it out and send it on a little maiden voyage and blow it up.
That would be fun.
Been there.
That would be fun. Yeah, I'll agree. That would be fun.
That would make a great YouTube channel.
Another podcast.
Blowing models up with firecrackers. That's
what we did with our models when we were kids. Another podcast idea.
Yeah, there you go.
I have actually.
I like the hairspray torch idea.
Yeah, I've actually. There is a YouTube channel out there, and this is getting a little warped and a little weird, but it is I don't know how to put this and be politically correct, but I'm not really politically correct anyhow. But it is a channel where you see a built model sitting on the floor, and a lady with high heel stilettos is crushing that car.
Oh my
God!
Nothing.
And each time she has a different pair of scantily clad. And then all it shows, it just shows her ankle with the shoe and the model being crushed. And I bet
you that channel has more subs than all of us together.
Correct, you are, my
You have
friend.
ankles or cankles?
Well, we
She had ankles, not cankles.
oh my goodness.
No, they
Oh,
were.
geez. See, we're doing it all wrong, guys. We're
I
doing
mean,
it all
please
wrong.
don't ask why I found that channel. I do
Well,
not.
this took a left turn.
I wasn't going to. I
They
was
used
too
to comment
terrified
on
to.
Yeah,
on
I
the channel.
refuse. I refuse to.
Oh my goodness. Oh, geez. All right, Chris. Sock it to us.
Well, since we're all here among friends, I guess it's probably time that I made the confession that I can't paint. I hate painting.
Weather, just
I
weather,
can't.
man.
I
Yeah.
can't paint a
Make it.
body and have it look good. I haven't figured out how to paint yet.
Fake it till you
For
make
as
it,
long
man.
as I've been building, it's been my biggest stumbling block. I mean, most of the time that I've been building, it's always been from a spray can of a various flavor, and I can't seem to figure it out. I have a lot of good ideas of what I'm doing wrong, but I mean, since I've started getting more involved with modeling community and getting to know you guys, watching a lot of videos about a lot of people painting and techniques that they use, I know a lot of the things that I've been doing wrong, and I've been wanting to try to start doing things right, but I just haven't been able to have time lately to start trying to figure it out. But I mean, I have all my ducks in a row now, things that I need to get it figured out. But that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of builds done. Is like I said, because I can't paint worth a damn, and
Oh,
so it's kind of one of my hardest things to do. But I hope and like another reason too is of my work and the available time that I have and
Sure.
being comparatively isolated from other model builders. I think one of the things that I've always needed is to be able to be in person with somebody that knows what they're doing to
Yeah.
show me and
Hands-on,
correct me
yeah.
as I'm going along. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, I don't have that ability to meet up with someone and say, "Hey, how do I do this?" So I'm kind of stumbling in the dark, I guess, trying to figure out how to paint because it's been my biggest issue so far.
I got a
Chris,
real
I
good
would
solution
be
for
happy
that.
to set up a StreamYard with
Yeah,
you,
I was fixing to say the same
and we
thing.
can go into StreamYard and, not stream it and just
Mhm.
talk. I can put you over I can get on my paint booth.
That guy right there is the perfect one
And-
for
and-
any of the Createch stuff.
I'm not using a lot of the Createch stuff because
Well-
like I'd say in my video where I done my shop rebuild, it's
Yeah.
going. Some of it's going bad. A lot of it's going bad.
Yeah.
All the metallics have just clumped up.
Yeah. You could give Brian a bag of dog poo and he could paint with it. So
And it'd be shiny, huh?
and it
don't know
would,
about
and it would turn
And
out.
all of
So he
Turd.
can shine a turd.
Yeah, you can polish a turd. but
I don't think so. I can't. I can't use rattle cans. But
And-
if you
and
want to
Chris-
learn, if you want to airbrush, I can would give you all the attention I possibly could, man. Because
You know,
Well,
back
the-
on
I love airbrushing. I can't.
Back
The
on
thing
the-
about
nothing.
whether you airbrush or you rattle can, a lot of the issues is under the paint, getting all the prep
Right.
work done. So
Right.
no matter
Yeah.
what you choose to
good,
do,
so good.
there's still a lot you can learn, even if the person is just an airbrusher. Like if you
I
get
agree.
with Brian, he can show you a lot of the stuff when it comes to getting your everything prepped because it's all the same.
Yeah.
And then a lot of practice, and then
Yeah. I had matter of fact, we had this conversation yesterday. A lot of us guys, Acme guys, we get together at one of our members' houses, and we do kind of a build paint session. We did that yesterday. We had the same conversation regarding painting, but a while back when I first came onto YouTube, many years ago, it was somebody asked me about painting, and one of probably the most professionally well-versed answer I've ever had in my life was, if you're going to paint, master the rattle can first.
I cannot rattle can.
I agree
Before
with that.
Rattle can.
before you, because I mean, I'm a member of, probably one of the largest Facebook groups, Luka Facebook groups in the world.
That I never heard of it.
Shameless plug, I want my
It's a
bonus.
good one. You ought to check it out, Matt.
Yeah,
There's a lot of shame in that plug.
but
Yeah.
there's a lot of conversation every day about painting. And, we had this conversation yesterday during our bill session about, people come to our model shows, they see us on YouTube, they watch podcasts and such. And, that's probably one of the most talked about conversations is paint. And I've always said, master the rattle can first, then graduate. But people automatically want to go and get, oh gosh, I done got my new kit. Ooh, let's open it up. I want it to look as good as the one I seen on YouTube today. So what do? Oh, how do you do? They go to the forums, and then you get 9,000 different answers.
Yeah.
And it's not is one of them correct? Yeah, maybe. But but when they see, they hear about the airbrushes, that's a whole totally different animal.
And then they get a $30 airbrush and wonder
Then
why.
they go buy a $30 airbrush. Yeah. Or they don't know anything about paint mixing, paint ratios, priming, what else? I mean, there's just
expected
So much involved.
but they want that beautiful end product to look like so-and-so's model. They want the shiny. They want it to look like it rolled off the showroom floor. But when they didn't take the proper time of learning the rattle can or learning airbrush, techniques and things like that, then they go, ooh, what happened? They come to us. They come to our forums and they ask for, you better. And I always say, you better have thick skin if you do this, because you're going to hear some good. You're going to hear a lot of bad. So, but
What, Fred? When I got back into building, it's over 5 years ago now.
yeah, it's over 5 years ago.
When I accidentally stumbled across a kit I had began, and was stripping it, I went and bought another kit. I didn't even purchase a rattle can. I went straight to an airbrush.
Yeah.
And it was the cheap, Amazon Master or whatever, and it was the kit, and I could not do it. I knew I couldn't rattle can. I couldn't rattle can as a kid. And I went to Amazon, and that's when I purchased my first quality airbrush. And it completely changed the game from there.
Yep.
I haven't rattle canned one model in over 5 years of being back in building. Everything has come out of an airbrush.
I had to promise Brian. Because I mean, if a lot of y'all that watch my channel, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. But some of the kits or some of the builds that I do are rattle canned. I mean, I will quit. Not pretty good percent of them are, but my USAC, no, that's not rattle can. That's all 100% airbrush. But there's some out there that some people can. And when I first came onto YouTube, one person in particular, he doesn't create a lot of content anymore, but I still converse with him, is Tim Hulsey. Tim Hulsey and I became really good friends. We still are. And he was one of those that he would go buy he'd go get him a big can of Rust-Oleum or Krylon. And he could not figure out why his paint jobs looked like Fido's ass again. That's going to be the term of the day,
Fido's ass?
Yeah. But Tim stepped away from buying that stuff. And we talked about it for a while once we became friends. And he was like, he started using Tamiya, however you want to say it.
Potato,
And
tomato.
Well,
yeah,
Chris can't buy that no more.
I know, and that's we have to find something comparable for that. But when he started using Tamiya, I was like, and then I started seeing his paint jobs do this, and I was like, whoa, wow, what are you doing? And this old fella right here was using a lot of hardware store paint himself. I seen that happen. What I start doing, and Brian, what I tell you, I will buy nothing but Tamiya Rattle can paint. Period.
I got to agree on that one.
Yeah, if I'm going to buy it, yeah, or either I'm not. If I can't get the Tamiya color I want,
Yeah,
I would buy the Testers Extreme Lacquer.
Extreme lacquers, yeah.
Yeah.
And some of that's kind of hard. And Chris, I don't know if y'all can get that up in the northern across the border or anything like that, but hey, I know where there's a good house, down here in western Georgia that you can buy, and you'll be right around a bunch of good great guys. We'll give you an honorary membership in Acme. All you got to do is just come by our house, and hey, it's good to go.
You mean an honorary Acme membership comes with the purchase of your home?
Correct. Yes.
Well, I might have to think about
That's
that
got
one.
to go in the listing. Make sure that goes in the listing.
Yeah, put that.
The only problem with going from living down here in Georgia from Canada is get ready to
It's a culture
have
shock.
swamp ass season versus freeze
Yeah.
versus freeze your butt off season.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
have to learn how to say y'all.
You come down here, you got to learn what cornstarch is for. And it
Bless
ain't
his
Cornstarch
heart.
ain't for coo- it ain't for coo- it ain't for
Yeah.
cooking.
cooking.
It ain't for cooking, is it, Irv?
Nope.
Oh man. Yeah, I tell you.
man.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark.
On the airbrush end, I have spoiled my granddaughter because I got her this project that she's doing for the Hope It Don't Snow show. I'd started her with an airbrush doing chrome, if y'all remember that video. And then
Yes.
I got her the color she wanted for her Volkswagen for this year's show.
Yeah.
But she couldn't push the
Get
button
the-
on the cans. So I decanted it so she could airbrush it again. So I've got her airbrushing it again, but she's got some purple and some white done. So
Nice.
I'm excited for her, but yeah, she just her little hand just couldn't hold the can and push the button. So,
Yeah.
and that was Tamiya. And I thought, this is not hard. But again, we're looking at a 7-year-old.
A
So
little
yeah.
smaller hands,
exactly.
yeah, smaller hands, exactly.
Yeah.
And we're
I know-
gonna do a shameless plug. Mark just mentioned the Hope It Don't Snow show, which is January
17th.
17th. There's
Yeah.
a fire. Myself, I know I'll be there. Mark's going to be there.
Hold
with,
that up, Irv. Hold that.
Irv,
Oh man,
Irv.
I just noticed something. The long roofs, the Volkswagen, that's what she's doing is a Volkswagen bus.
Oh,
Hey, she's up
cool.
for the theme.
Hey,
Oh, awesome.
But I know myself, Hobby Dude, and the Arterake, you gonna be there?
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay. I know we'll be at
Matthew
the,
with MCDV will be there.
yeah, Matthew with MCB Products will be there with their great products.
Brian, you're coming, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
Brian's going to be there. So if y'all are within that part of the region, come January the 17th, stop by. Say, hey, we'll listen to y'all, you bunch of knuckleheads on the
Knuckleheads.
on the Knucklehead podcast.
Knuckleheads.
There you go. Look for that one knucklehead right there too.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing about an airbrush, it adds
That one right there.
consistency to your painting process.
It does.
A rattle can, you have two issues on a rattle can. You have the thickness of the pigment of whatever color that
Right.
you would have, which you'd have with an airbrush also, but you can control that more. And then you're at the mercy of that type of aerosol or that type of nozzle.
On
Now,
pressure.
for me, I've been painting so long with so many different things. I love the challenge of painting with garbage just to see what I can do. Um, but I think certain paints and certain brush,
Uh,
like an airbrush or rattle cans, it
um,
depends on what you're doing with it and what you want in your end result.
that is true.
Like Fred said
Well,
about
that's
his
true. Yeah.
stuff he takes to shows, he wants to have that airbrush, and I agree with that.
Mhm,
But there's
mhm.
stuff that if I want it on my shelf and I'm not taking it to a show, or like Tim said about doing his tractors, I mean, certain paints are fine for stuff like that. We're not
Mhm.
saying that the
Yeah.
paint is bad. It
Mm-mm.
just depends on what you're using it for on that particular project.
Yep.
So, like a lot
I
of
agree.
my weathered stuff, I use that garbage paint on it because I'm going to put my Krylon clear, flat clear on it, and it's fine. I don't need to use specialized paint for it. But a lot of other stuff I use specialized paint. So I
Yeah.
think it depends on
Yeah,
what you're,
it depends on the project that you're working on. I
yeah,
know
what you're working
I
on.
I keep
So
myself I've always kept myself very flexible with that. I prefer rattle cans because I'm lazy, but I'm very particular about the paint. And I pretty much
Me too.
most of the time, if I'm rattle canning, it's going to be the Tamiya. I just like how that nozzle works.
Mhm.
It's the out of the rattle cans,
It's
it's the one I
almost
can control the best,
yeah, it's
and it
almost
is a lacquer.
yeah, and
So
it's almost a one no, I wouldn't say
yeah,
100%, but it is a 90%, that you're gonna get the same consistent
yes, it does, and it
end
is, and it's
result
so forgiving because it's
with
a lacquer.
camo. Right.
Now I've also been wanting to give Mr. Hobby rattle cans a little bit more of a try. But and the testers, anytime I've tried to use the testers lacquers, I've had failure because they're still
Mhm.
using that old style,
Nozzle.
the dispensing of it, the
Does
nozzle.
Mr.
Guard
Hobby do they
guard
have any
nose.
colors? The
Yeah,
Uh,
they got
the rattle cans, they have colors?
oh
'Cause
yeah,
I haven't
oh,
seen
yeah.
any colors
but the
yet.
Yeah.
problem with
There
Mr.
should be.
I've
Hobby,
used their primers and their clears, and
Yeah.
yeah,
they're
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 fantastic
great.
paints, but
Yeah.
the problem is availability with Mr. Hobby. If they can get this availability figured out,
Mhm.
I'll start, being a little more loyal to them because I know I love using their clears. I've been starting to play around with their clears a lot, and their clears are, an acrylic clear compared to like the TS13 from Tamiya. Yeah, that UV cut. I I can't
Love
wait
it.
to use it, but everything I've seen about
Yeah,
it, and
I've got
our last knucklehead guest swears by it. Old Jim Drew, he just does some amazing models using
That's
that.
some of their,
yeah. I've used
1500
it.
primer.
I
I
used it
love
I
it.
like
love
on
how their stuff flows.
yeah.
It comes out of the can and it's very controllable. So that's probably the biggest thing besides, well, what I dislike about using, well, I won't use the Rust-Oleum, especially the 2K, not 2K, but the 2X stuff. It's just, that's too much. It's just not going to work for you. Some of the Rust-Oleums, like Tim, you did a beautiful paint job with Rust-Oleum on that tractor. And the big reason why he went with that was because it was John Deere implement paint. And I've used John Deere implement paint.
All those test spoons right there were done yesterday with, I did airbrush, but I did a lot of priming with the Mr. Hobby stuff.
Yeah.
I did airbrush, I did no clear. This has got the Mr. Hobby clear on it. I mean, they're just all
Yeah,
shiny.
it looks
Yeah.
great.
I
So
But
used it I used it
what
on the
Tim
bottom
was
of the can.
doing, and I we got talking about this is years ago, I had the Rust-Oleum implement paint, John Deere yellow, and you're not going to believe what I used this on. I worked at a race car shop that we put a roll cage in a 69 Camaro, and we found that John Deere yellow is a damn exact match to Daytona yellow from Chevrolet. And this
Wow.
guy wanted his roll cage to be Daytona yellow, and we found it the best way because we really weren't a paint shop. And we put this roll cage in, and we found out that this implement paint could take like the hits of going over the cage and all that. It was very strong. And I painted that whole roll cage with that Rust-Oleum, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And the guy loved it, no complaints. The car was this thing was dynamite looking, and so I held on. We had a bunch of that paint, and I held on to it because it's Daytona yellow. So that's a little different type of paint than, like, even Rust-Oleum will have different types of paint.
Mhm.
Where if you can get it down, like, again, Tim's, I noticed that the implement paint, Tim, you can, because you've used it much more recent than I have, it seems to set up a lot quicker and harden up a lot faster than their regular and their 2X garbage.
Stuff.
Yeah. But it still took a good week to dry.
Yeah, it
Oh, yeah.
did. And but the thing that it just kind of like depends on your situation. But like with me with the Tamiya, and I prefer, if I can rattle can the base color down on a model and it's a basic one color vehicle, I'm gonna go the lazy route because I hate cleaning my airbrush and all that. But I have a couple of airbrushes, good quality airbrushes, that when it comes time to airbrush, I will bust out the airbrush. But I just try to stay flexible with that stuff. And I've gotten the Tamiya. The Tamiya just hasn't ever failed me. The Tamiya rattle can is just awesome. But the
I'm
TS13, I finally figured I was having issues. I don't know what happened with Tamiya with their clear. I was having some issue. Everybody was kind of having issues, but I figured it out, and it was how controllable their injector is,
their nozzle.
their nozzle is just like the technology they put in that for painting models. That is like the big thing where, that's not what Rust-Oleum is concentrating on, is people painting model cars. It's
Right.
really the technology that you're going for with the Tamiya paint. That stuff is formulated right, and it's got that nozzle. And it seems like Mr. Hobby is kind of following same suit. I just haven't had luck with a lot of the testers. I haven't gone back to the extreme lacquers. I know Tim has had good luck with. He loves the extreme
that
lacquer.
paint.
Yeah, as
he
long
loves
as you
it.
can find it. Yeah, trying to find it's the biggest thing.
Yeah, it's starting to get tough to find now.
Yeah. Well, I have an admission.
Oh,
I
no.
have a. I'm going to admit something. Believe me.
Oh, here we go. Truth time.
I won the Acme Top 10 in 20. Gosh, that's how long it's been. I want to say it was 2016.
It had to be 2020 or 19.
No, it was 2019, I think. Yeah, it was 2019. I won Acme Top 10 with a Chevy Blazer that I jacked up, black paint job, and it was 100% Tamiya rattle can. I mean, from primer to base color to TS13.
Yeah.
I set it down on the table and it won top 10 that year. I was like, wow. So
And to do that with black is
do that with black. I was like, wow, I cannot believe this.
I think I spray with a lot of rattle cans. Don't get me wrong. I probably use more rattle cans than my airbrush. My biggest problem with rattle cans, any manufacturer, is you're limited on color based off the manufacturer.
Yes, there you go.
Airbrush opens every palette, every
Opens
type
up.
of paint, acrylics, enamels, lacquers. It just opens you up to a whole new world of colors.
You can
Because
even
a
go
lot
to
of
your
shows
automotive
you see
paint
the
supply
same.
store and get paint mixed.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
because you go to a lot of shows and you pick out the same Tamiya paint colors, everybody's using them. Well, to me, it's like after a while, it's like, oh, I've used this can on 5 or 6 different models.
Yeah.
I want something different, and the only way to get stuff different, I think, is you gotta lean towards the airbrush because that opens up unlimited amount of colors.
Yeah, definitely. That is a big
Even if it's
reason why.
canning Tamiya paint and
Yes,
making your own
yes.
custom color.
Yeah,
It just-
and
it
that is
just,
a big reason I bring in brushing into my modeling, is because I really like to use real factory colors, and that's what's great about these paint companies now. And I like MCW, but I like that they sell it in lacquers too, and it's ready to shoot.
Yeah.
But that's automotive grade paints, and these guys are mixing, from the factory formulas. So That's really nice
Yeah.
to have that at our fingertips nowadays, and
Yeah.
you got to have airbrush for that.
But you got to be flexible.
Yeah, you definitely do.
There's going to be a learning curve. Don't get frustrated, and don't go buy a kit and go, and automatically go, I'm going to get a great result on it. Learn to practice. Don't practice on that body kit. If you're flexible enough and you have, unlimited supply of bodies, God knows I've got plenty of 67 Chevelle bodies.
No, really?
No.
Imagine that.
Oh.
But I mean, just don't go out there and grab a body and start thinking you're going to get an immediate, great bill. Get you these things right here. People, I hear so many people that go, the spoons don't work. Horse hockey, they work. I mean, these are George. Look at George, myself. We all use these, and I did yesterday. Don't be afraid to experiment. I'd rather experiment on a box of plastic spoons than I had a 30. Gosh, I don't even have that kit sitting right here. A $34 37 Ford kit that I opened up last night. I'd rather go through about one of these boxes, but you're applying the same principle. You're priming it. Do these spoons just like you would do that kit. People,
Well, that's how you're going to find your compatibility with your paints and your clear coats too. Because I'll do that.
Right.
Whatever primer I'm using, I'll hit a spoon with it. Whatever color, then whatever clear. See what kind of reaction I'm going to get before I put it on a model. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So
I have had too many explosion backfires when I did no testing and just went for it, and I'd have a beautiful, cool looking car, great paint job, and I'm going to put the clear down, and all of a sudden, crackle.
Oh my God!
So many models that I just sit on the shelf now that were going to be something more than what they became, and just because the compatibility bit me right in the butt. And I got the crack.
Sometimes just because something says lacquer doesn't mean it's gonna. It doesn't mean it's gonna work.
And then when you do get when you do have a failure, and I'm going to piggyback off what George just said a while ago and the start of the podcast. If you give us, when you have a failure, what's the first thing everybody does? They start asking questions. They go to the Facebook groups, and that's one of the things that you go to the Facebook group, you tell what your failure was, but they neglect to tell you what processes or what steps they all did, and then that's when you get all these keyboard warriors that want to jump in there and show how stupid they are.
Been using it for 35 years, never had an issue.
Well, what process did you start off with? Did you prime it? That's the first thing that we did. You clean it? Did you prime it? What products did you use? What products, brand name? I don't give a fat rat's butt if it was Rust-Oleum, Krylon, or what. But if you don't do those processes, you're going to get, if you do as you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got.
Yep.
So
exactly.
I'm going to get off my soapbox and take a note.
I wish you would. But anyways, so Chris, have you learned something?
Yes. Have you learned anything?
I have.
Don't take advice from Pappy, but you need the address.
But the thing is, Chris, is man, you got all of us to flat out get in touch with, and so many other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
you got a support group.
Maybe we'll get you to hate something else in modeling, and you start loving painting.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, next on the list is decals, but let's not get into that.
Oh no!
All right, man. You'll have to get up a build session with Tim on decals. I'll help you with airbrush.
Yeah. Tim or Soft J, one or the other.
All right,
I'd like to change my answer to decals. I hate decals too.
All right, Matt, what is your least favorite part of the build?
My least favorite part might be a shocker to most people in the model car hobby. I do not like detailing an engine. I hate the engine bay. I just hate engines.
Oh my God.
I hate it. I do it because I like the end result, so I do it a lot.
I know a guy that really does like
Yeah.
this.
Well, I tell you, when
Can help
that
you.
is the part that I'm dreading the most when I'm building a model car. Even more so because I also have kind of a secondary one is paint. I don't have a problem with painting, and once I start painting, I'm okay. But I get more nervous to paint because I've had so many. For some reason, I just had too many failures than good things, and I shouldn't. I've been in the industry. I know the proper things. I don't. I just and it just has become a thing. I'm just terrified. But really, truly, what I don't enjoy doing is detailing an engine. But I want to have detailed engines, so I have to do it, sometimes. But I'll tell you what, that is when I started becoming a fan of curbside kits. I'll tell you, if I find a kit that's really cool, like I love the Tamiya's. One of my favorite is that Porsche, the GT. I can't remember if it's GT2 or
GTR.
yeah, that. Well, no, the old 993 Porsche.
Yeah. I know
where they did a race version and they did the street. I love the street version. They call it the club sport car, whatever. Anyways, that's one of my favorite kits. It's incredibly detailed and the suspension looks amazing. I love doing all my little paint, tricks and all that. I love detailing with paint. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love that. What the heck? I get to talking and this happens. My thing goes out on me. I don't. Can you guys hear
You're
me?
too young for that.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, I don't
We
like
can
it
hear
when
you.
my
We hear
thing
you.
goes out.
I have a pill for that.
This sucks. Okay.
Hate
Let
it when
me.
my thing goes out on
I'm
me.
going to put a time here. I have to back out and come back on. I can't believe all this time, and I start talking, and it shuts off on me. What does that tell us? What does that tell us? All right.
It means we all get to talk about you while you're.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump off here and reboot, and I'll be right back. Dang.
Womp, 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 womp.
Wah, 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 wah. I thought he was going to say,
Finishing.
the part I hate is not finishing any model.
That too, but hey, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, never mind.
I don't think I can get off. It's telling me it's going to screw up if I get off.
Oh my God. Like that, it's all right.
We might be having to deal with just my voice, and you don't have to look at me anymore. How's that, guys?
Well,
So I'll
we
just
can still
continue
see you.
on.
You're not moving though.
Yeah, he's frozen in time.
Am I just frozen? Because I got a blank screen.
Yeah,
okay,
you're
so
exactly.
I've still got a representation of me.
Thanks for listening.
God,
At
I
least you're
can't
not
wait to
picking
see
your
the
nose.
face
You got a
I'm
nice
making.
picture.
I can't wait to see
There's
the
a
face
picture
I'm
of
making
you.
when it froze. Jeez. All right, well, I'll just continue on. We'll just live with this for the rest of the podcast. Anytime I try to touch it, it wants to kill the podcast.
Don't touch it.
Stop touching it.
Anyways,
Don't
thank
touch it.
goodness I'm the last one.
Not that kind of show.
Yeah.
So, anyways, where was I? So, anytime I find that, like any of these Tamiya kits or stuff, and they don't have an engine on purpose, I'm really happy about it because it takes the pressure off of me. But I still love doing a lot of details, like that Porsche I'm talking about. So I put a lot of effort into underneath the car, and in the this car gave you a lot of opportunity to do a lot of cool detailing. And I've done videos on this showing the detail on the interior because it had all these computer boxes and stuff. So I had all these wire looms and braided line going to the air that had, like, in the back behind the in the back seat area, there was the air shock, or not shocks, the air jacks and stuff. And I ran the lines for the air jacks and all that stuff. So it gave me an opportunity to do fittings and all that stuff on the interior. And I don't know, I just seem to enjoy that a little more, but I just, engines just, it irks me. It frightens me, but it's the detailing of the engine. So, there's so many times that I just will build other models, and I don't feel like doing the engine, and the hood's going to stay closed, and just concentrate on the overall look. I know Irv is down there. Irvin, that's the whole thing, the Arterake.
I'm constantly guilty of gluing hood shut.
I am with you
I do
on
have
that.
some open. But
I am so with you on that because I'm really what I envision. It's the whole look sitting right there. of it sitting there, the proper rake, the wheels, the tires, the beautiful paint job, just the visual of it. And then sometimes, like at the shows, I kind of hate taking the hood off or lifting the hood because it just, even in real car shows, it disrupts the look of the car to me. They're meant to have that hood closed. And yeah, everybody wants to show their engines and stuff, but
Yeah.
so I'm for no engines. I'm maybe I'll get a T-shirt that says no engines, and that's that. So that is really probably the part that I don't want to say hate. That's a hard word. I guess I hate, but it's the least enjoyment I'm having when I'm building a model. I even enjoy the cleanup and removing apart lines and ejector pin marks more than detailing engine.
That surprises me, Matt. I got to say, because
frozen in time here.
When I first kind of got back into modeling, of course, you had the Let's Build a Model series of something that hasn't been finished yet.
Yeah,
and you were going over, doing the engine.
Yeah,
and it sounded like you enjoyed the process.
Yeah, I'm a liar. Or a good actor. Let's go with that. I'm a good actor. Well, that's the funny thing. And probably my most successful video on my channel is my How to Detail an Engine video.
How to detail, exactly.
And I'm getting ready to do another one.
I was about to bring that up.
And right now I'm taking on major YouTube / model projects for this year that there's going to be some heavy engine detailing. So, I'm my own bane of existence. It's when I do this NASCAR build, the Bill Coulter thing, there's going to be a logic. I mean, that's a part of it is the engine detail. And then this other group build that I was talking about that, I'm got a video coming out about this particular Mustang project. The engine is like the major focus of this. It's a big part. I shouldn't say major focus, but it's a big part because that's a part of the vision of this one model I want to build is the particular engine that I'm putting in this, and it's going to be detailed, and I want it to look fantastic. I'm going for a look, but I still hate doing it. It's got to be done, right? It's got to be done.
I can tell you one person.
Like taking your vitamins.
There's one person I'm envious of his engine detail, and I have him sitting right here beside me.
Oh, that I can't point.
Mark,
but yes,
Mark, I mean, he puts so much detail into his engines that he leaves them out of the car sometimes.
Yeah,
I think he just
he'll build two sometimes.
I think he just does it so I can look at it and get ideas. He's like, all right, Peppy, you need to look at this, son.
Do you know how that started, Fred?
I think you and I talked about this, but go ahead, tell the story.
Yeah,
I had done one of the Model Car Garage Muncie transmissions that had all of this photo etch, all the linkages, everything was just, and I was like, wow, this thing is awesome. Got it mounted on the engine, was putting it up in the car, and I went, you can't see any of this stuff.
So he builds an engine.
It was all hidden, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to do this kind of in an exploded view where the engine is displayed. All the lines and everything are hanging, waiting for the engine to get it. Yeah. That's where that started, was a transmission.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
But when I go to a show and I see one of Mark's, and I mean, I've seen a plethora of all of Mark's work. When the NASCAR, especially his NASCAR engines, he had that exploded view. Which one was it? The
Daytona, the Days of Thunder car.
Yeah, the Days of Thunder car. Oh my God! I mean, I was just like, and I just sit there and I'm mesmerized, and I'm like, am I envious? Yes, I'm just like Mark's engine detailing is phenomenal. So, but when when we all get together, when we go to these shows, we're talking amongst ourselves a lot of times. And when people comes up, they're asking, well, how did you do that? Don't think you can't come up and ask us, because we will open up the encyclopedia to you. I mean, that's what moving this hobby forward is all about. Telling. When I came into YouTube, everybody tried to make it out like it was a secret. Things were secrets. No, it's not no secrets. Come up and ask us. We'll be glad.
Yeah, absolutely.
We want you to succeed in the hobby and continue the hobby. So, just don't think you just can't. Feel free, come up now. If you see me at a show, I may talk to you for 2 hours about one thing, and if I bore you, walk off. It's not going to hurt.
Please, that's what I do.
It's not going to hurt my feelings, but I mean, feel free to ask us anything about the hobby, about a certain thing that we did to a build or what have you. We're here to help at all times.
Absolutely. Well, with that said, fellas, man, this has been a long one and a lot of info on this. This was a great discussion. Wow, I didn't know it was gonna the other end where we talked about our favorite stuff. That one was kind of quick, but this one, man, we really got into some things.
Yeah,
we're talking about issues, I guess, that we all have. But,
we all had a lot to get off our chest about.
Yeah, for sure.
Dislike about the.
Oh yeah, now we got start of a new year.
Therapeutic, that's what it is.
It's blocking therapeutic.
Therapeutic. What was the words of the podcast? Therapeutic. Fido's ass.
We should do it.
What was the other?
Butthole puckering.
Oh my goodness.
Fido's butt.
Itchy butt.
Yeah, itchy butt. That started off.
Swamp ass.
Swamp ass. Oh my goodness, man.
Those
we go
are
in all kinds of directions here, don't we?
Well,
everybody, I don't know. You can't see me, but I'm frozen in time here. But I thank you all.
We can see
if
you.
You're watching. You get to look at my stupid face there. But guys, thank you all for coming on. Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, we're doing the outro.
Tim's frozen now.
Tim.
Yeah. All right, we'll go around the table. Say your goodbyes, everybody. We're gonna end this show.
Oh God! Let's start off with the Irv at the Arterake.
Do it.
Well, I'm Irvin, Arterake. You can see me there on YouTube's, and check out my latest video. I'm doing a 2,000 sub giveaway, and if you haven't got in on that, you want to get in on that. I'm giving away lots of prizes. I got 6 prizes to give away, so get in on that. That's it.
Any of them a 67 Chevelle?
I didn't get a 67 Chevelle.
That's because I own all of them.
That's true.
Well, he couldn't find one. There were no more available.
Yeah, no, they're gone.
Red bought them all.
Yep. Who we got down below him, Tim?
I'm Tim from Throttle Power, where it's all about the throttle.
All about the throttle.
George?
Hi, I'm George, Kitchen Table Scale Model Facebook group and YouTube channel. Check it out. Please jump into the Screw Bottom group build, and you don't need to post it on my page. You can post it anywhere. If you want to tag me, tag me. The objective is to cover the internet with screw bottoms.
Awesome. Fred Pappy Henry at West Georgia Rods and Customs on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook as well as on Instagram. You can catch me on this fella right up here in the very above me at Brian at Got Fuels Model Car Garage Hangout on Saturday nights. Y'all join in on Tim and I's buddy build where we're going to be this year we're going to be building the 87, that one right there, Firebird GTA. Everybody get that kit and join in on us. Have fun with it.
Yes, definitely.
Up to Brian.
Yep. I'm Brian, Got Fuels Model Car Garage. I'm here on the YouTubes and other social medias, Instagram, and Brian Burwell on the book face. Come hang out with us on Saturday evenings. We have a good time, and we try to spread info like we do here.
Yep,
absolutely.
Excellent.
I'm
Chris
from the Sprue. You can check out my YouTube channel. You can check out my website, sprue.xyz, where I have kit history articles. And I mean, if you haven't got enough of me from these antics, you can go check that out.
If you got a particular kit you're looking for, as far as I need to know the history on it, go over and check.
Oh yeah, Chris and Chris and I will be Chris and I will be bringing back our show from about a year ago of model car genealogy. We got a few in the works right now.
Who completes the square? Is it circle or X that's going to get it?
I know somebody that would be great in that. I know somebody that would be great and to be a part of that with y'all.
Yep. Papa Z.
Papa Z. Papa Z.
Yeah, we had to get him on there sometime.
Yeah.
How about you, Hobby Dude?
And I'm Mark, Hobby Dude 007 on YouTube and Facebook.
That's the man. And
The
this
guy
is me.
frozen in time.
What's that, Fred?
The guy frozen in time.
And the guy frozen in time. Yeah.
Frozen in
I
time.
can't make
He's
my gestures
offline.
with my thumbs, but
Oh my God.
who's got two thumbs and his name's Luka? That would be
Is that
me,
what we do?
Luka
Here's
C.
the producers.
And you can find, me right here on this channel if you're watching on the YouTubes. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you very much. I'm sure you know where
Everybody
to find
start
me on the
texting Matt.
YouTubes.
Hey, what do we do now?
Yeah. So everybody, thank you so much for listening, watching. Spread
Circle
the
is
word.
pulsing.
Tell your
I don't
friends
know if
about
that
this
means you can hear us
podcast.
or-
Mhm.
Yeah, tell your friends about this podcast. We have a ball doing it. We have more great subjects coming. Probably at least every other week, we're going to be putting out a podcast this year, and there might even be some special ones thrown in here and there with a different cast of characters. I got lots of knuckleheads that are ready to
Don't
come
dare
on
leave.
here.
Like, what happens if we leave and this all goes away?
Yeah, I couldn't do this by
Almost 3
myself.
hours of
I'll tell you
recording
that.
here.
I couldn't, man. You guys make it happen. Make it happen.
If y'all got a particular question or something y'all like to ask this panel of guys right here, feel free, drop us a question down there. We also, when you're dropping these in our direct messages or what have you below, we try to answer as many as possible. So we look forward
everybody,
to another active 2026 year with all of you guys building these. Why do we build them?
Because they're freaking fun.
Freaking fun. I love it.
Right. Well, as Fred said down in the bottom in the comments, every one of these guys, they all get on and
change the date on your clap, Irv.
Yeah. And go ahead and ask your questions.
I'll do
and
that.
Get some answers.
Irv, give us a clap.
This thing
That's
out
true.
so we can go see the producers.
I'm sorry.
Clap it out, Irv.
Later, guys.
Here's the producers.
Let's just say Happy New Year, everybody.
Yay. Yes. Happy New Year.
Freaking New Year.
What the heck?
Well, Irv's giving us a clap.
Maybe we'll do that.
I don't think I got enough penicillin for that.
What the heck?
I'm holding.
Okay.
Holding. I'm writing down a number. Okay, go. Right.
What the heck?
Have we got to guess that number?
We're gonna have to do another snap.
Oh God!
We're not
Shut up,
ready.
Pappy.
What the heck?
Take 5.
What the heck?
Okay, everyone. I'm taking a quick break here because we have a little bit of a issue going on.
What the heck?
It sounds like someone's breathing. It's really heavy.
I hope we're all
It's like
breathing.
very, very loud, but I can't see who the heck it would be. I can't figure it out.
I see
Looks like
Earl,
somebody
Mark,
feeding
Mike.
an old model kit through a shredder.
What the heck?
Been watching the mics come up on the bottom. I'm used to.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Irv.
What the heck?
You might have a setting in there, Irv, that you can cancel out background noise and stuff like that.
Oh, great.
What the heck?
We have smell-o-vision
Oh,
too.
good. He's gone. Let's talk about him.
What the heck?
I smell something Tim's eating over there, and it looks like dessert. Oh my God! Really?
What the heck?
He wants to poop.
That and some hot coffee.
What the heck?
They're saying my microphone is really, sensitive.
Oh my God!
And it still is.
It's funny. We can still hear him. He just
Irv
said
called.
They're picking up
He
my
just
breathing. It's like everything.
Irv called IT. Irv called an intelligent teenager.
What the heck?
Well, that didn't work.
I'll try not to move.
No, it's
Not-
definitely a lot better.
No,
It's
move
definitely a
around.
lot better.
Yeah. Why don't you just go back to mute? That would be great.
What the heck?
Itching my butt.
I think we
Does it-
fixed it. I think you
It's
can.
better.
fix it.
It's a lot better.
I
there, but
believe-
not nowhere near as
I
bad.
believe when the camera was off, she powdered you.
What the heck?
Go ahead.
Oh,
All right, we're back.
we're back.
Thank you.
Sorry about that,
All
guys.
right.
And I'll start this off because we had a segment that ended right then and there. So here we go.
What the heck?
What are we doing? Introducing?
Introduce and talk about what you want to talk about.
Oh, I thought we're starting with Tim.
No, we're starting with you.
No.
I don't want to go first.
What the heck?
I'll
Okay,
go
Tim, you go first.
What am I supposed to do? Introduce myself?
Go
I'm
ahead.
Tim. That's it.
Hi, Tim.
Irvin, your turn.
Boy, we're gonna have to retrain everybody.
What the heck?
Where's the senior director of operations at? He's supposed to-
What the heck?
So, guys, before we continue on,
Oh,
how would you all like to do a pee-pee break?
What the heck?
on camera?
What the heck?
Sure, why not?
What the heck?
I'll
Yeah,
get-
I've already filled this one up, so I've been doing it. Y'all
I
didn't
didn't.
even
I
notice
didn't
it.
bring a jar with me.
What the heck?
I can't remember if this is the one I peed in or the one that I brought in.
What the heck?
Oh, good luck.
Well, it is Dr. Pepper, so how could you tell?
What the heck?
Who's next?
George.
Jim?
Me?
Yeah, you're next.